Listen, she got big titties. She got a big ass. I can't wait for you to meet this girl. This is the best week I've ever had. Best week of summer. I wonder if you know that I know he's lying right now. Oh, you got the new Margiela?
Hi people, I'm back. I am gonna do part 2 of where I left off last night. So I'm gonna talk about the slandering of me again. So I'm just inviting some people. Basically, I can just jump in.
Every time you tell me something, I figure that you're lying. Ooh, it's almost like faking. Okay. Yeah, I know you're lying, but you sound excited, and you know that I know that you're lying. Over to the ring. The ring, yeah.
Okay, let's get to it. I left off yesterday at negative avertment number 22. That's on 30 minutes count, 30:52. So let's get right to it.
Ex-husband was involved in
let me get to 30:52 count. That's the negative avertment number 22. If I can find it. Just 2 more seconds back. Let me put it right there.
I'll let you know something. They contacted Anacaona, and apparently they're saying that one of her ex-husbands was involved in guns and drugs. So they're looking at her, they're saying she was participating in that as a conspiracy. So.
Okay. Let me go back and finish it.
They're going through her list of all the people who are friends with her internationally. And they're going to see, because she got to go back to the Netherlands now. And that's something new they want to bring up as it relates to her son. So, again, you could stay friends with her if you want. I'm dealing in logic. I'm not dealing in emotion, and you're dealing in emotion.
Okay, let's go back to that statement. But I want to tell you something. They contacted Anacaona, and apparently they are saying, I don't know whoever they are, that one of her ex-husbands was involved in guns and drugs, and they are saying she was conspiring in that as a conspiracy. So they're going through her list of all the people who are friends with her internationally, and they're going to see, because she has to go back to the Netherlands now, and that is something that they would want to bring up as it relates to her sons. Now, again, he does not give any full disclosure, so anyone who falls for this bull crap is unfortunately, not too wise. Anyways, let's get right into it. Just let me know if this is readable or not. Now, again, you seem to have a problem giving full disclosure. You need to prove first who said this. There is no full disclosure. You are again trying to put me in a dark light with your trainees, and you are a chicken shit for doing that. First of all, I told you back in September that it was a whistleblower who contacted me on Messenger and told me that he investigated for me what the reason was for them to be doing all of this to me and my family. I even have everything listed here on Calamio, because when I come with facts. This is the messenger message. Now, it is in Dutch, but I'll leave it up for him, for you, Sean Henry, to figure out what it says, because since you are telling your trainees that they, you don't even know who told me, but you're saying they said. So I'm going to leave it up to you to decipher what it says on that link, on the conversation that I had with this person. Because it is ridiculous that you can just sit there and speak about things that you know nothing about. Okay. He told me that they were saying that my ex-husband, the father to my sons, was supposedly involved in a drug transactions. There was no mention of no guns with some Colombians, and that he had traveled to Colombia. However, he never had a passport issued on his name, ever. I also told you that I have two major facts on my husband as to why that theory/story is impossible, and that I was going to the Dominican embassy in Brussels to discuss this matter with them. I also told you that I was offered assistance by a Dominican association to find out if this was ever mentioned in the case of my ex-husband's death. And guess what? This was never been the case. Neither you nor the Netherlands have any factual info, or information that is, to prove that this is the case. Now bring your proof of yet another lie you are sharing now about my dead husband. How freaking dare you? You are a true disgrace and a deplorable agent. I even sent the screenshot to the Belgian immigration authorities. Now, since you claim to know my entire life, and apart from that, you even know my ex-husband's life better than myself, who is dead, and you know the case better than me without ever offering me any remedy, solution, and or assistance. Yet you want to go on your 7-day weekly meetings spreading all these lies about me, and now about my ex-husband as well, sharing hearsay information. You have no way of confirming, not even if you get a translator. This is the email I sent the Belgian asylum authorities. This is the link with proof of text sent to me and that I sent to the lawyer and authorities. Because you see, when I go about doing my things, I make sure that I cover all. Okay? I cover everything. You can click on that because I already put the links as well on top of the video, so everybody can click on the links when they get into the documents. Because I don't just do craziness. I don't just talk to talk and act like as if I know people's life and then go around telling lies about people. I mean, how freaking dare you? Okay, so let's go now back to the video, negative avertment 23.
I never said disrespect any black person. You go out, you be honorable to everybody. However, keep in mind, if they dishonor you and they're black, no, they get scorched. Friend, family, grandmother, it doesn't matter. If they...
Well, guess what? You're black and you dishonored me. And we did have a business together, a contractual, we had a contract together. Because I paid you, right? And in exchange, you was going to give me 2 years of training. But I'll come back to that.
They disrespect you. If they're being honorable toward you, you stay honorable toward them. You're honoring the planes of existence. So all I'm saying is unfriend. That's all I said. Unfriend Anacaona. That's all I said. But again, I know about her and what she's involved in the liability because she's not accomplishing anything now. Now she's getting desperate. But you can stay friends with her. Like I'm
sticking with my man here. Gang. If I don't fuck with Anacaona, anybody rolling with me ain't fucking with her. And if people think that's a disagreeable attribute, you try, or let's go to a nice flick.
Now, that's not a disagreeable attribute, Nanya. That is a disgrace. That is a chicken shit attribute. Anyways, moving right along. Let's address what you just said there in the video. I said on friend Anacaona, that is all I said. But again, I know about her and what she is involved in and the liability because she is not accomplishing anything now. Now she's getting desperate. If I don't fuck with Anacaona, anybody rolling with me ain't fucking with her. Well, Nanya, I wonder what you know. Please provide proof of what you think you know. And not this hearsay, which again, you are fraudulently making it up as you go along about me being involved. I have requested my file or any info they had about me at the AIVD, which is the CIA of the Netherlands. And they had nothing on me and did give me full disclosure. If they had anything on me, I would have been in prison the moment I had set foot in the Netherlands. Now, here's the proof that I also went about to find out what the hell was going on. Because if I know I am not involved in shit, I have to find out whether what this man told me is even remotely possibly true. So I asked, and this is the document they sent me. You can look right here. Any person who has been to the Netherlands and knows about this knows that this is an authentic document. So again, I'm going to leave it up to you, Nanya. Since you say you know, I want you to translate this and see what they are saying. Okay, that's the complete document. I do not just talk to talk. I do not go around spreading lies about people just to make people look bad and, put myself on a pedestal or whatever. I don't know what it is you're trying to do, but not with me, not today, not ever, because I ain't having it. So I wonder what proof you think you can provide on me. You see, I made sure I asked for the file of my dead husband and any file they could possibly have on me. The only one who ain't fucking with you is me. I do not fuck with agents. I fuck with Shashong A. Atunray. You are the liability, not me, to yourselves and your nation. Again, bring it on all your proof. All of it. I want to see all your proof because you are sitting there speaking about me like as if you truly, really know me. Guess what? I am in the Netherlands and I am sure not desperate. Definitely not. Now let's go to the 3656 count. Let's play it off. Let's hear all your bullshit.
When they set Dan Aykroyd up to ruin his life and he tried to go back to the country club to clear his name, all the Amorites around there said, "We don't want you in your drugs. Get out of here." That's how Amorites do. So for those of you wanting to get to that level, said, "We don't want you in your drugs. Get out of here." That's how Amorites do. So for those of you,
and you want to be Amorite so freaking bad that you feel that bashing all, so-called black in commerce people, You can do with them whatever you feel like because you want to run away with the fact that they have no standing at law anywhere on the planet. Well, this one right here, do not mistake me for being black. You know where I come from.
If you wanted to get to that level of nobility, we have to start looking at what's on paper. Actions, facts, not emotion.
Yes, actions and facts, not emotion. You do not practice what you preach.
So I leave it to you as to what you want to do. But as far as she's concerned, anybody that's friends with her, I'm not going to be friends with you. So I'm giving everybody a caveat and advance notice. Anything else you want to say, Jaheim? I'm all ears.
Oh, it's good.
Accepted for value and consideration. Sa?
Yeah, Delvita responded in the group message about Anacaona. I want her to explain how she thinks this was going to be resolved over time, how she can speak.
Okay, Sa was saying, because Sa's voice is hoarse, that she responded to a group chat on Facebook saying that she's not going to unfriend Anacaona and she feels that this can be resolved over time. So Sa wants to know, Delvita, how do you feel this is going to be resolved over time?
This is unbelievable. Asking a trainee how she feels this is going to be resolved over time. Can she watch in the future? Can you look into the future? I guess you couldn't, because else you wouldn't have put up this stupid, dumbass act you just did with this video. And then you recorded with your trainees. You did not count on them leaving you and giving me the video. I'm waiting to get to the 36 point something count. Let me see, what was that?
Yes. Sa wants to know, how do you feel that statement that you left on Facebook that you're not going to unfriend her? First, you said you didn't know you were friends with her, and then you said you're not gonna unfriend her.
I'm not gonna do this with this sister because I don't feel that, you know, she is an issue when it comes to this video.
Sa wants to know, how do you think
But
this is
it's
gonna get resolved
remarkable
over time?
how they are questioning the trainees, pressuring them to basically, you know, unfriend me, do not talk to her. Of course, your ass don't want them to talk to me, because if they do, they will know that you've been lying all along. That's the problem.
And so she was a liability before she made that
3656. That's a good question she posed right there. This video, by the way, is also on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see the whole thing, you can look at the whole thing right there.
Here. Why isn't her calling me a clone enough to unfriend her? And she's addressing this to you and to Jaheim because her voice is shocked.
Again, putting pressure on them.
In my case,
Let me see.
I mean, she was referring to both
3656. I already passed it.
Yes.
Yep.
I passed
I had
to.
a question here. Why isn't her calling me a clone enough to unfriend her? And
Hold on, because I'm taking the wrong. It's always jumping back. Okay, now I got it.
So I had a question here. Why isn't her calling me a clone enough to
Why is it jumping back? Hold on.
unfriend her? And
Let me see. 36. Let me try that.
Okay.
So Sa had a question here. Why isn't her calling me a clone?
Let me just
enough
let it
to
play.
Unfriend her, and she's addressing this to you and to Jaheim because her voice is shocked.
I guess in my case, I didn't see I mean, she was referring to both you and the gentleman.
And then afterwards, she does something, you check her on that, and then she starts to call you a dog. And you're like, hold on, I gave this woman came to my door crying. You know, she ain't got no money to
Oh, hold on. Yes. This bit.
And this is how she...
This bit right here.
So I didn't see her as directly calling you a clone.
Afterwards, she does something, you check her on that, and then she starts to call you.
Hold on, because I want to get that little bit that he's talking about. Oops, back. There.
A female out, and she couldn't feed her children. You say, here's a couple $100, go get some groceries. And then afterwards, she does something, you check her on that, and then she starts to call you a dog. And you're like, hold on, I gave this woman came to my door crying. You know, she ain't got no money to get groceries for her children. I give her some funds, and then this is how she responds to me. How would you feel?
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Okay.
Understandably.
Let me see here.
Now, this I want to address because he is talking about, he's talking about, if somebody, is going to give you something and you're giving them money to feed their children, blah, blah, blah. And he's taking that as an example. I mean, you don't get to use that type of example because my situation is totally different. I did not need money to feed no damn children. So you cannot put it that way. When I paid you your $3,000, who the hell did I ask for money or beg for money? Because the way you're trying to portray people, you are such a low piece of, you know what you are. You definitely know what you are. Anyway, the negative avertment, he said that is disrespectful. Since I told you this back in September 2018, I told you about this information given to me by this whistleblower. Why wasn't I a liability back then? You had to wait until I so-called disrespected you to call me a liability now? Why isn't calling the chief enough to unfriend Anacaona? Prove I called Sean Henry a clone in my statement, agent. Because that's what you are with all these lies that you're talking. And this is the example he gave. So let me put this in another perspective so you may comprehend. If you help a female out to get some groceries for her children, you cannot put that in that way. I was not giving money for groceries. I was giving money to help me send out my presentments to the different parties and in order to get stamps, /registered mail, etc. to be able to send out my presentments. And I never called Shishong a clone either. So prove that too. Again, liar equals agent. Nicole Nicholas, you just heard it. She was interrogating this sister when it comes to me. Nicole Nicholas, and you feel you have something on me. All you got are lies. So you both are agents. Okay, now this bit right here, 3847. Let's go to the 38 count 47. Right there. Let me go one back. Let me start it there.
That you are letting folks, autochthones know that.
Hold on.
I think the explanation you gave is solid. That you are letting folks, autochthones know that they need to realize, I think, that this is a lot higher than just a public statement on Facebook, so to speak, because we're talking about one that we would say is a chief of, if not even included our nation right now, a nation. If you made a statement like that to a so-called president or a person in any other nation, most of them would get their heads chopped off, or they'd be locked up, or they'd be something like that. So, and I spoke briefly with Jaheim, and and I was saying that people do have to realize that this is about more than just Facebook. It's about coming together, being unified. It's about the position that a chief would have, and though you may not agree with the decision, certainly to call and say what's going on privately first would be a good thing to do. And you have never had a problem with an explanation as to your position. So I appreciate your full explanation on it and giving us the details. I haven't checked on Facebook. I haven't gone on. I don't know whether I'm friends with either one of them. I don't even know the one other guy. So I will be checking when I get off. And if I am friends with her, I have no problem unfriending her to first of all, be in correct positioning as it relates to our contracts. Because that contract is one that I would not want to be associated with either, especially provided your explanation. So that's all I have for that.
Okay, much appreciated for that, Abijah. I just want.
Okay, let me go back to this. The information you gave was solid, and that's Atachak's voice. Now, Atachak or Abachak, however your name is, I require you to prove how his explanation is solid. You must have information on my case better than everyone else as well. Provide proof based on the truth. You are another agent as well for claiming his explanation to be solid without having full disclosure and or facts on the matter. Seems to me the three of you are doing the one thing you are saying Shishong Eyatunre did. You could have called me and asked me about his so-called solid explanation, just like how you called Sean Henry. Now bring it on with the proof to show and reflect how his explanation is solid. This is how stupid you are for pushing Sa aside and showing her how to suck his dick for her. And no, I'm not sorry. Do you even know what solid means? Solid, late 14th century, not empty or hollow. For Old French, solide, firm, dense, compact. From Latin, solidus, firm, whole, undivided, entire, figuratively. Sound, trustworthy, genuine, from P, solido. Suffix form of root sol, whole. Meaning firm, hard, compact is from 1530s, meaning entirely of the same stuff, which is a lie. Is from 1710. Of qualities well established, considerable, 1600 as a mere intensifier, 1830. Slang, sense of wonderful, remarkable, first attested 1920 among jazz musicians as an adverb, solidly, completely, 1650s. Solid, South in U.S. political history is attested from 1858. Solid state as a term in physics is recorded from 1953, meaning employing printed circuits and solid transistors, as opposed to wires and vacuum tubes, is from 1959, related solidly. Solid, late 14th century, three-dimensional figure, form, from solid, adjective, meaning a solid substance, is from the 1690s. Compare also solidus, Latin solidus, which is an adjective, was used as a noun meaning an entire sum, a solid body. Now, Let's go to the next topic because I already said everything I had to say about that. I mean, it's no use, with blind followers to even start giving them explanation. Either you comprehend or you don't. Let's go back to the video on the 4055 count.
Another thing I want to add to that. We have business arrangements. Some of us have a LLC. We're doing other business arrangements. I can't allow for her to make a statement like that to jeopardize work that we're doing. So those actions are actions like a black devil. She's going down. Now she wants to bring everybody down with her. So I'm telling people out of care and consideration, regardless of how it looks, I don't give a damn how it looks. I'm dealing with facts. I've dealt with her. I've had to call her. I'll jack her up, scream at her on the phone, and tell her to get in line. And she won't do it. And then when she's desperate, she does do it.
Okay. We have LLC. We are doing other business arrangements. I can't allow for her to jeopardize work that we are doing. So those actions are actions of a black devil. She is going down. Now she wants to bring everybody down with her. I am dealing with facts. Ha ha ha. Show me how I am going down with all the facts both of you have, and both of you surely have all the facts on how I am planning to bring everyone down. When we all witnessed your behaviors, I never take responsibility for no one's actions but my own. Now show me where I signed a private contract with you to take responsibility for Sean Henry and Nicole Nicholas. Prove all of this with truthful facts, please. Stop freaking lying. Why you always lying? Anyway, 4128. Let's go back to that because I'm not even going to go into the bowl.
So now it's like, okay, that last part there about the G, the guns and the drugs and stuff, and they're looking at her as being part of a, like a El Chapo type of thing. I said, what? I said, okay, this is while she was going through her, asylum. So they just recently brought that up.
Okay. So he's saying that last part about the G and the D with the guns and the drugs and stuff, and they are looking at her as being like an El Chapo thing. I said what this was before she was going through the asylum. Again, show and prove where I am being considered an El Chapo with facts, agent. When I requested information at the Dutch CIA on the all caps name, full disclosure was given to me. Again, I'm giving you the link. I already showed the document. I had even called them to ask them clarification because it seems to be missing text on the very last page of the document. And when I called them, they assured me they had nothing else on me than inquiry if I was suitable to work at the airport of Amsterdam, Schiphol. This is the link to the conversation of the AIVD that I did. Now, any facts you may have, any at all, I would be happy to receive from you. Since the Dutch CIA gave me full disclosure, the only information they disclosed was to see whether I was suitable to be able to work at the airport in Amsterdam Schiphol. And guess what? I did get the job. I'm sure you recall. Now let's go to the 4132 second.
Because she's attacking the
42.
foster parents from Curacao. They are corrupt, and one of the guys was doing something, and his brother was a politician, covered for him. So they warned Anacaona not to go after them because they said when they do that, stuff happens to people. She still wants to go full steam ahead. Now, I got to consider everybody else and what we're doing with her. I said, no, cut that bitch the fuck off. Unfriend.
That's the bid. Okay. The chief said the politician's brother covered up for the foster parent brother, and the institution warned Anacaona not to go after the foster parent because people end up missing. Show and prove the institution warned me about this, because you are not giving full disclosure, as usual, as to how I received this knowledge. You are saying they in one statement, and in this one you are stating that it was the institution. Now show your proof that it was they or the institution that gave me that info and determined that my case had anything to do with El Chapo, because that was not how I was living it. I have proof to show that information came to me by ways of a whistleblower from Curacao through messenger. Again, I'm showing you the letter to the rogatory letter sent to the asylum lawyer and statements sent by the whistleblower from Curacao. Again, I'm giving you the link. Now, my children have been removed from the criminal family known to the Dutch House of Representatives because of me going after this family. So what are you going to say now? What the hell are you going to say now? So what proof do you have on the statements you made? How are you going to rebut this one now? That's what I want to know. And I'm going to sit and wait for you to rebut this one, because you right now are bringing in my children's case in this bull crap matter of yours, lying. And if you feel you're going to damage me in any way, you are dead wrong. You also said Anacaona is still going full steam ahead, so the chief said to cut that bitch off now. How am I going full steam ahead while I gave full disclosure on training? Asked you about publishing the pictures my son took in the Comprou clan home. You told me, expose them regardless. And I'm sure you have the video because you record all the trainings. Just like you recorded this one, you record all of them. So I'm sure you have it. I have it. I have it. I do not have to ask you anything. You have to give full disclosure. You didn't have to find out nothing about me because everything in my case is out on the public per your instructions in training. You call your information facts. Bring it on. Make sure when you come with your El Chapo drugs and guns part, you rebut all the facts and bring truthful rebutting facts. Now you asked me, are you with me or are you with Shishong? And I told you, I am not unfriending no one. And I told you I had already given you an answer. Oh, hold on. I did not get on the video up to that part.
If anybody wants to get stupid with me and stay friends with her, go right ahead. Because anybody comes to me afterward bitching about her, they're going to get their fucking ass supernova. Because I said, I told you, and if you really want, ask me. I'm telling you all to ask, but see, what I'm finding is people don't want to ask because then they're going to be held responsible for what they know. That's what I complain about. Black people. I'm not expecting that from secure parties and people who say they're white.
He already said that bit. So, and show and prove how I want everybody to be committed to me and that I haven't been committed to you. Let me see. That was the bit of 4220. You have to come with facts that can show and prove. No more lies. You seem to be very good at lies. Talking all these lies behind my back. And feel I could never find out. Now stay behind my back just like how you lie behind my back. I must blindly believe your words with no full disclosure. No way. That is not going to happen. When it comes to me, you better come with all the facts you say you have in this video. I need to see those facts because you are making these people believe something that is totally not true. Show me the proof you provided, the ones who called and asked questions, and the proof and facts you showed Achachak, since he is thanking you for it in the video. Any one of you who have these facts, present them. And if I'm a bitch, you are a bitch ass whore. That's what you are, Nanya, Shaabu, Isle, Aka, Sean, Henry.
Chief, why are you saying that? Okay, here's the reason why. I never liked that growing up where a parent would say, don't do this. Well, why? No, just don't do it. No explanation. I'm like, no, I'm flipping that. I'm like, I'm going to give you an explanation, but you got to ask me. Everybody on here has my phone number, fax number, SOS phone number, email, tweet, WhatsApp, and anybody who really had an issue with it could have called me, which was Shisham and Anacaona. So then I asked her, who are you with? You with him or you with me? Oh, I'm not with anybody. When I hear people say stuff like that, I don't trust them. Straight up.
I never said I am with nobody. Under the post, you can clearly read and comprehend what I said. I already told you I am not unfriending nobody. I never said I am not with nobody because I really know who the fuck I'm with. And it ain't with you. Not your ass.
Because that means you're not committed to nobody. But you want everybody to be committed to you.
Not possible.
No, that's why I like this video. I was playing this video so long. Let me make sure I put it in the chat for those who ain't never saw that. And I know a couple people came in. I play this thing. This make me laugh my head off.
Yeah,
right?
play it again.
What was the issue? The boxer told the guy, you talk a lot of shit about me on Twitter. This is off script, live, everything. Yeah, you bitch ass nigga.
I think it's worthy of another play, Chief.
And a win would mean so much to you. Explain a little bit on how it is turning the page for you.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I don't fuck with you, bro. I don't fuck with you. You be talking too much shit about me on Twitter, bro. And I'm gonna let you Yeah, you bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna let you know. And I'm just being real, bro. Like, I just already feel like you against me. So
I'm not against anybody, but this isn't about me, it's about you.
I'd rather Roy Jones or Stephen A. Smith ask me some questions. I don't fuck with you.
Okay, that's fine. So, Aiden, we'll go to some of to your trainer, Kevin Cunningham. Kevin, you talked about the
gang. If I don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
Well, I think it's their choice, isn't it?
Man, gang. You know what that means? gang. Take the L out of lover. It's over, brother.
Well, Kevin, what do you say to all this? He's done. All right.
Okay. So this is what it is. So this is the D word called discipline.
Now, let me get that one. So this is the D word called discipline. Hold on.
This is not about feelings. This is not about emotions. This is a woman that has a track record of conduct. And I said, no. At the point you call me a clone, she's saying all of that I did for her don't mean anything. Then.
Okay, hold on. So this is the D word called discipline. This is not about feelings. This is not about emotions. This is about a woman who has a track record of conduct. No, bitch ass whore. You are trying to make it seem as if I have a track record and it's about discipline. This is about the D word called deception. That's all it is. Let me give you the etymology of deception. Early 15th century, deception, act of misleading, a lie, a falsehood, from Old French deception, 13th century deception, or directly from late Latin deceptionem, nominative deceptio, a deceiving noun of state or action from past participle, stem of Latin decipere, to ensnare, take in, beguile, cheat, from of pejorative, plus capere, to take, from p root cap, to gasp. From mid-15th century as state of being deceived, error, mistake. From 1794 as artifice, cheat, that which deceives. You are deceiving these people, and I need you to present these facts again about my track record. Not about me not doing what you wanting me to do, like unfriending someone for asking a question. I don't care if you are calling it siding with a stinking black man who you have a private contract with. Fact remains, you never gave full disclosure, something you expect us to disclose. Now present your track record of conduct you have on me. I really can't wait to see what you come up with. And you know truth is sovereign. So stop these lies and again bring the truthful facts, not what you make up and decide to be the truth.
She's saying that to you all. Y'all think she's not. She references me. She's referencing y'all.
The chief said he called me a clone, so she is saying everybody is a clone. I said that the behavior of both of you were a clone, not everyone else being a clone. But again, all of a sudden you cannot read and comprehend.
So we don't go after her via blockage and unfriending, then you should not be surprised if certain things happen. This is the reality of what's going on out here.
Hold on.
And this is why I have to say
Heru Tehudi Ray. You know what? I have been calm for a long time because I have this video now in my possession. Let's say a week after he posted, he made the post about the man who visited his home. Because regardless of the fact of some being black in commerce or white in commerce, I don't care how he want to look at it, as a so-called plenipotentiary. As a so-called plenipotentiary, he was supposed to address this man accordingly and not do it the way he did. I just do not agree with that. So I am calm. I am calm because I took care of my business first. I took care of everything I had to take care of first because he is not my priority. But when a man, a so-called man, turns around and calls a woman a bitch, and you want to put the label on yourself as being a plenipotentiary and so-called wanting to help your people, no, I'm sorry. That is not how, no, that you don't do things like that. So, you know, I feel I have every right to be upset about this. And when I saw the first video, I said, you know what? I'm just going to write up a paper and, you know, put down, rebut everything he said, and that's the end of it. But after I received this video, I was like, oh, hell no, a bitch. Where do you get off calling me that? Where do you come off coming saying that I am an El Chapo? Where do you come off telling these trainees, lying to them? You know, I just don't get it, where all of this comes from. Because when a man tells you, you are a bitch-ass nigger, and to go fuck yourself, you don't attack that man. You want to attack and slander a woman. So, nah. You know, everything that I'm doing here, I have every right to do it. Because he is so wrong on so many levels. If you are wrong, if you can admit, I did not give full disclosure on the post that I made. Everybody can see on the post, because I have that post on my Calamio as well. I have the link above this video as well. Everybody can see that I never mentioned, I never commented on that post. I was referring to the behavior, because how does that look now? How does it look now? And then to make matters worse, you're going to kick me out of a course, of a training, and you're going to tell the trainees that I am on the training and all of them are paying on my behalf when I paid you up front. I was working my ass off back then. He doesn't know what I had to do to get that money. You don't play with people's sweat that way. I never ever stole nobody's money and then turned around and slandered the person. This is breach of contract. This is slander. And I have more to come. I have more to come. I'm not going to continue now. I'm going to continue the process like how I have prepared it, because this is just not right. So, you know, I am calm, but thank you. Thank you for your concern. Now, let me do it like this.
Sit there. No, we got LLC, we got other contracts that said no. That's other people's lives involved here. So I'm like, nope, unfriend her. Anybody who unfriended her without even having to call to find out what was going on, they overstand me.
Other people's lives are involved, so this is why you have to cut her off. Prove with facts how other people's lives are involved, because all you did was make up stories and showed no proof. Again, no full disclosure. Again, I see a pattern in that. No full disclosure for your allegations. Using information I shared with you. And you're taking them completely out of context and twisting them and deceiving people, which are made up narrative of what my case is about. Since you have facts, present them and prove how other people's lives are involved. I am sure it shouldn't be a problem to do that.
The ones who are sitting there getting all emotional, well, call me. And they don't call, they're getting emotional. Like I said again, I'll say it. I don't care who it pisses off. Fuck black people.
He doesn't care who is pissed off. Fuck black people. Show and prove that I was pissed off. The only one who was pissed off, and still is probably, and now you're going to get even more pissed off, it was you. And you started calling shots like a spoiled little brat of 10 years old. You present no proof, no truth, no full disclosure. Now, where did that rule come from that we have to call to get full disclosure? Because I do not recall you stating that we could post anything online with no full disclosure, and that we had to call each other to receive information or info on the disclosure. Nor that you could, do that in this manner. And we had to call you to receive the full disclosure. You are entitled to fuck all people because that is what you do. But when you think you can go back in your little world and speak out all these lies, I will expose you with all my facts. I never disrespected you. Both of you started writing all these so-called facts about me and disrespected me by doing so. You will rebut all and every so-called fact you presented as facts. in this video and online.
Point blank, fuck them. You can stay honorable. And I said stay honorable with your contracts. However, there's a word called financial risk tolerance, where they do an assessment of how much, or a financial stress test. What is the amount of stress? So in this case, with black people, what is their stress tolerance? That if something serious happens, you know, okay, they'll do the right thing. We've seen too many people who are up there, too many of them have, flipped, and we thought they were solid with who they were with, and they flip on them. I'm not playing that stuff, and I've told people that. I've not hidden my philosophy on that. This is their contract. So it's at my discretion whether I want to treat them nice or not. As long as I honor the contracts, if they're a contractor, if they're a business person, yeah, you honor that. But I know that for anything at law, they don't have standing. Yes, go ahead.
Oh, I noticed that Sarah wrote something down here. I'm not friends with, that was you. I'm not friends with Anacaona.
Okay.
Yeah, I unfriended her, but,
block her too. Block her as well. Don't just.
Yeah, and, after you, I saw that up there, Shashing, or whatever his name is, and the other guy, they came to my page, and I said, okay, what are they on this page for? And so I took and I unfriended him as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and I will block him.
Okay.
I noticed. Yeah, I was just letting you know that yeah, I did. Okay, I was waiting for Anacaona to blow up. You know, I didn't know her like that, but it was things I sensed about her, and I've never met her. So there you go. All right.
Okay, so Sa put in people who are still friends with Anacaona is Jahim, Akila, Delniga, Chapta, Imhotep, Galalahi. She's in Jamaica, so I can't reach her. Probably got the call. Nix Kamish, Taruk, and Tawa.
Okay. Sean Henry indicating to a private contract. Unblock her too. Why he liked a post I shared with that. Okay, let me show you that bit as well. Didn't get there yet.
Okay, so now the email. Are you talking about the screenshot, Sa?
Sure.
Okay.
Question I asked for Jahim is, who do you think Anacaona is talking about?
He's not on. Oh, Jahim's back. Okay. So the question you asked for Jahim was, who did he think Anacaona was what? Oh, you think that post you liked that she made was directed toward?
Say that again.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Revealing it was not gang from secure parties. Okay, did Sa put it in? I sent the screenshot. What was it? Sa, where's the? Okay, John E.
It's Anacona's pick.
Pardon?
Open that one.
What, the screenshots?
Open Jahim likes Anacona's pick email.
Can you put that in the chat? I'm really having a hard time hearing you.
Of course you're having a hard time hearing a liar.
Who do you think that post
And she's sore of talking so much lies.
What post did she?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out here. Okay, so the second email. Okay, let's see here. Okay, can you get that other one, Sa, please? Oh yeah, this is the one here where she said, sometimes you gotta sit back. This is 35 minutes. What was the time? 4:30. So that had been 6:30 Eastern. Sometimes you gotta sit back and let them think you a fool, and they'll eventually expose themselves. And you like that? You thumbs that up, Jahim. So Sa wants to know, who did you think that she was making reference to?
To you, fool.
She shared that from my Facebook page, and after she shared it, then I just hit like on it after she shared it.
Okay, so this is your page.
Yeah.
Oh, this was your post because it says she shared a post, so this was your post.
Yeah.
Okay, so you thumbs that up because.
Yeah, this is so funny that post becomes an issue and they're questioning him why he liked something that I shared. Little did they know that he was the one who shared that post. So I just think it's funny. But anyway. So let's recapitulate everything he said from beginning, like Shan Henry indicating to a private contract, unblock her too. He told the lady to unblock me too. Make sure to unblock me. Why he liked a post I shared with the text that Nicole Nicholas did not like. Because she did not like the text. Of course she don't. First of all, no full disclosure. What do you mean you need to block me for? Are you afraid they will find out that you are making it all up as you go along? You know that text on the post I shared refers back to you. With all these lies, all both of you are doing is exposing yourselves. You really must have taken me for a fool. I shared that post because in general, it is the truth. And see how the universe put it out there for all eyes to see how it applies to both of you, thinking everyone else around you are fools. I honor only truth. There is no man that have dominion over no other man. Period.
Because it was your post that she shared. Okay, got it. Okay, so we got here the first email.
And like I was saying earlier, when I happened to go on Facebook and I saw the post and I saw what Anacaona what she posted, the first thing came to my mind is how she said it. It's like, you know, I didn't see that she was directly calling you a clown. She said what's going on? Like,
no, she said both.
Like she was shocked. She was shocked.
She said both of y'all are clones. I said, yes.
No, I said, as far as I'm concerned, all of you are clones now, referring back to the behavior. But okay, what I find interesting is they're sending everybody to block me. But obviously they didn't block me because they're even taking screenshots of the friends I have.
She did. Akila's nodding her head right here. Akila's right there. I got a witness. So, Akila, unmute your mic. Tell him.
She said, what's going on? As far as I know, all of you are clones.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you, Jaheen.
So she said both, but I'll take what you're saying. All of you are clones.
Conversation, yeah.
So if she's saying all of you are clones, me, you, Jahim, are a clone. Akila's a clone. Delphina's a clone.
God.
That's what she said, and I'm like, nobody's.
Okay, he turns around and, makes it whatever he wants to make it. She said both of you are clones. Everyone that has some sense of reading and comprehension, which is your basic requirement to get on your training, and you yourself cannot read and comprehend. This is the third time you take my words and twist them, and twist what I mean to convey. You and I know it is not true, what you are saying, and you will not be able to prove it. Just because you're interpreting it in a certain way does not mean that that is what is being said.
He's gonna call her out on that. I said, no, you're done. That's what she's called for her to say a clone and says all. So we'll take that right because it's fresh. So Jahim, she said all of us are clones. She's basically saying that all that you all have as far as claiming your indigenousness is a hologram. It's a mirage. And you don't feel she needs to get checked for that?
Oh my God. Sean Henry and Shishang and Anacaona are acting black and they want to bring everybody down. Oh, I didn't get to that point yet. That's 44.
I mean, if that's what she meant, yeah. But when I read it, that's not how I perceive it.
Well, Akila perceives it that way.
Who the hell is Akila? She can't read and comprehend
just
either.
Like a spoiled brat, when they can't get what they want, they want to bring everybody down with them. That's a black person. And I'm going
the
out
pot calling the cattle black.
I'm telling you that woman is a black devil.
I understand.
So y'all can, for those of you who still want to stay friends with her, y'all can fuck around if y'all want. I'm not fucking with her. Gang.
Scam.
And so we're precise about this, so there's no misinterpretation. A going, a journey, a way, a passage. There's a code of conduct in how we're acting. That's why we got close to 200 people that's on the ban list, because why? They don't know how to act. We're not trying to get 2 or 3 million people in Asakata or 2 million people with certificates from. I'm not interested in that. I'm looking for what? Quality over quantity. Because you can have one person that can do as much damage as 1 million people. That's a quality, a toxin, a quality individual that's indigenous, or a quality indigenous. But not a whole group of people that are all acting wild, that have no sense of limitation. Hey, let me not do that. Because I got on her, Anacaona, about this before in the past. And I said, you're supposed to be taking martial arts, then you're supposed to be strategic about what you're doing stuff. Your boys are hostages.
Okay, hold on. Sean Henry said Shishang and Anacaona are acting black and they want to bring everybody down. You are the only ones acting up an agent act and thus being blacker than black in your behavior equals clones. Sean Henry told Jaheim that Anacaona is a black devil. Agents you are. John 7:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Sean Henry said he is not fucking with Anacaona, gang. Sean Henry, you are so right on this one. I am fucking with Shishang A. Atunray, and only deal with any and all relations that are humble, respect the truth. DTs only, no clones or agents. Scam. There is a code of conduct of how we are acting. There is a reason for a ban list. Why? Because they do not know how to act. I am looking for quality over quantity. I don't act because I'm not a clone. I do not want to be a part of people who will make up lies and create deception in order to destroy the other person's character to uplift their own characters with pure lies and deception. I do not act, I am. You are after quantity over quality because you sure have no qualities yourselves, lying and deceiving people for fiat. I rather hold up my hand like this when offered fiat than steal it from people with deception and lies. Sean Henry said, being that Anacaona is in martial arts, she should know how to conduct herself in a humble way. Anacaona is too busy throwing her weight around like she is in charge. I think it is unbelievable how you are telling your trainees how you have told me before that I should be humble with the CPS in the Netherlands. You did tell me this, and I have been conducting myself in a complete different way since my last meeting where you was involved. Meaning, I never say that anyone will have to kill me. After you explained to me how it can be perceived by these type of institutions. However, because one statement, you cannot say that this is how I conduct myself. You never sent me the rest of the video where we had the discussion of what happened in that meeting. I know you recorded it. You promised you would send it to me, and you never did. I had explained to you why I made the statement in that recording. I made a document as well because you turned around and mentioned that in a post of mine last year and twisted what I said. That is why I had to explain what I meant. I respected you to all extent. But as it is, I can no longer respect you because you have presented lies, twisted my written words, and are openly deceiving your trainees and are not even showing them the facts you claim to have. You will have to present all to me, Sean Henry. I will no longer accept your doing this any longer. I allowed this long enough. Bring all your so-called facts and prove each and every statement you spoke about me in this video. For you to correct all the lies you are presenting with no true facts to show and prove your statements. Let me see, 5543.
So you have to conduct yourself delicately. It's a very delicate position, and she's still trying to go throw her weight around like she's in charge. So I was like, like I said, I'm so glad that this happened because it really opened my eyes to a lot of things. It really opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. Point blank, he's black. He violated a private contract with me. I'm putting him out in the public, and the people I'm teaching is questioning me as well. That was handled wrong. I'm like, huh?
You violated our contract, and I'm putting it out on the public. Hell yeah. Okay. Sean Henry said that the young man, stinking man, violated a private contract by not cleaning his personal self up when Sean Henry offered him a bath or wash up. I never made a comment on your post. You do in your house what you feel like and contract with whom you want to. But you cannot stand there and tell people that I defended this man. You cannot uphold that when I never wrote on the post. Again, no true remedy offered to a black man. Oh, I forgot. He has no standing at law in this commercial world. So like the father devil agents you are, murder his character and murder him in death. Whoa, so much for humbleness. Because we can't get all up in our emotions. This is a private contract. A bath or wash up would have temporarily solved his problem. Now you want a real indigenous sustainable solution? Have any young man with a stank like how he so-called stank up your house, have him drink aloe vera chopped up in blocks, put that in a carafe and add water. Have him drink this for a week as his drinking water instead of water, and any and all bad odor coming off of his body will disappear. Now that is an indigenous remedy that would have solved the problem in a sustainable manner.
Black has no stand in that law. He violated the private contract, and I still had to tell him when I dropped him off at the airport, next time, be more amenable. And I did like this to let him know, you need to be more amenable. So obviously, because we weren't saying anything, he knew that was messing with him. So wherever the picture shows and floats up, his people see it. That will be a relief for people that if they see him, if he stinks, guess what they're gonna tell him? You stink. Because if he feels he's familiar with me and I tell him you stink, he's not gonna feel that. But if people who are strangers that see him on the street, oh yeah, you the guy that stink up a guy's place, his reputation will precede him. He'll have to what?
Now nobody would have to tell him that because you put up his business off on Facebook with picture, name, and everything and all. So why would anybody make a comment like that? They don't have to because you already did.
Change. So I was doing him a favor. This is why I understand sometimes masters are misunderstood by the people that they're training because they're not doing a thorough job of asking a question of.
Sean Henry referred to himself as a master and said, now I know why the other masters feel slighted because of this situation. All of a sudden, you're all up in your emotions, feeling like masters and shit. But of course, Father Devil agents, I am jacking you up now to present your proofs you claim you have for all you said about me. This is not about what you feel I said and what my case is about. You have to present facts and give full disclosure. I have paid attention to what you taught, so I will not let this slide.
What's going on? No emotion. This is not about feelings. Fuck feelings. This is about how did this person interact with you? Are they honoring the contract with you? Are they being agreeable, amenable? If they're dishonoring, you have every right to go say, hey, forget it. If you go to them, hey, let's settle this, let's fix this, and they still don't want to fix it, boom. That's what I'm teaching y'all to do. That y'all are jacking up the IRS, you're jacking up all these other people, and then all of a sudden, unfriend Anacaona, I can't do that. Come on. A way, a going, a journey, a passage. We told you all this in the beginning. This is not for the weak of heart. You get into real estate, they tell you in real estate, be unemotional in real estate. This ain't about feelings. It's okay. What's the numbers? How much is this property valued at? What's the ARV? That is all logic numbers. It ain't about no emotions. I've yet to see anybody with emotions and where they are guided by strictly their emotions become successful.
So I see Del understood. So what does that mean, Del?
What are you saying, Sa?
Del Niga said overstood in the chat. Okay. What do you mean by that?
Okay, so Sa wants to know when you said overstood, Del Niga. Sa wants to know, she said, so what are you going to do, Del Niga?
I'll unfriend her if I find out I'm still friends with her.
What do you mean if you find out you are friends with her?
Say that again?
Yeah, you're still you're friends with her.
I showed you a picture that you're friends with her.
Sa showed you a picture that you're friends with her. And that's why you said, with all due respect, what was it? With all due respect, I
respectfully decline.
Respectfully decline unfriending Anacaona. That's what you said earlier. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, and that you were remorseful.
You were remorseful and said that this situation would resolve itself. And so that's why I saw her first question to you is, well, how do you think this issue is going to get resolved? So you're friends with it.
It's going to be resolved because it was between you all.
So
Creator Cole. Oh my God. How do you think this issue will resolve itself? I think it's appalling that you are forcing people to unfriend and block me because this is the way you do, so people can never find out the truth. But guess what? Since I have nothing to hide, I will make sure everyone I have an email from within the training groups, I will send them a copy of both affidavits and show them how it is you operate. You are not being truthful. You do not give full disclosure in anything you do. You do not get to make untruthful statements, run away with it, and think it is all good. Now present your proofs and facts you so-called claim to have on every statement made in both videos. So here's my conclusion. Before you detect a lie, you must know what the truth is. If you don't know what the truth is, you won't be able to detect the lie. It seems to me you have presented no true facts in your 7-day weekly communications and trainings where you slander me to the max. You need to rebut all negative avertments point for point. And when you do, make sure you present truth, because truth is sovereign. You will have to correct all fraudulent statements you made about me and present your facts. This goes for both and all of you liars in this video saying I said something I clearly did not. Read my comment again under the post made by Sean Henry to unfriend Shashang A. Atunray and see if grammatically you get what my message was. You could have also offered a sustainable solution instead of a temporary solution and a permanent remedy, as opposed to what happened is showing a behavior that was foreign to me. And I think to a lot of people, even though there were some people who even admitted that this behavior is not foreign to you. However, now, after seeing all you have done to discredit me, going as far as to lie on and about me, it has opened my eyes. You even plan to let the Dutch CPS know that I need anger management based on your lies. I now see clearly how you operate. You are just like the politicians who have an institutionalized agenda against Melanites called leper supremacy. You think because I am a homeless, defenseless female who you feel you have discredited successfully, that it is going to help achieve your goal of me going down. It clearly shows and proves you are that you continuously say I called you a clone. That is why my conclusion is that you are clones and agents. And your behavior is to blame once more demonstrated in your last 2 videos, where you choose to bash my character with lies and was so sure that I would never get to see the videos. In part 1, I summarized what Sean Henry did and what happened after that incident. I am now learning, after carefully analyzing this last set of occurrences. It comes as a surprise to me that the behavior Sean Henry displays is comparable to the one of leper supremacy. He is doing exactly the one thing he is fighting against, or so-called fighting against. See this document and read especially the definitions, old and new, of leper supremacy. You can click on that. It will take you to a document that one of his trainees made. And in there, his trainee described basically the definition of leper supremacy. I think If I recall correctly, it was on the last page. Let me see. It was on the last page of the letter. No, these are the facts. Okay, I should have put in the page number that it has. Okay, this is the last page. Okay. Racism is leper supremacy, old definition and the new definition. Okay, so you can go back and read that, because basically what this man has done is just deplorable altogether. Now, let me continue where I stayed. I can conclude after this, his actions and reading that document, the definition for leper supremacy, that he is doing just that, which he is so-called fighting against, which makes Sean Henry an agent. You took my entire case, told a whole different narrative of who and what I am, so you could disguise your own wrongdoing. And you have the nerve to talk about I have to be humble? You attack me who never disrespected you. Yet the one person who did disrespect you, you did not address the way you addressed me. Now that I'm being disrespectful, you can go ahead and address me for that. I will not accept you spreading all these lies about me on the internet, and just let it be. As a man thinketh, so is he. If you truly want to help the so-called young people you addressed in your initial post, you cannot call the same leper supremacy method to solve a problem, nor ask them to solve our problems. You did not offer this young man a sustainable solution. Again, a sustainable solution would be to let him cut up an alleyway, cut it in blocks, and put it in a jar of water and have him drink it for a week. That will solve the stank his body spreads because of his sweat or whatever. This is an indigenous sustainable remedy. You offered him a shower, which you have not presented in full disclosure, and thought you have given him a remedy. That is a temporary solution that is not helping him on the long run, or any young man for that matter. To then turn around and take a picture with the young man and post with him and post his picture on the internet and bash him with the comment that young people need to have proper hygiene. Did you elaborate on how they should go about doing that? You did not give no full disclosure commercially, nor did you offer full disclosure on the remedy you offered him. What was the purpose of posting that post on your timeline? Only a commercial one? Why only address the hygiene part? You see, my father would preach to me before giving me a punishment. So I would know why he did what he did, and he would make sure I knew what I needed to do in order to prevent me from committing that same mistake again. You are not doing that. Where there is no vision, the people perish. You have the proper knowledge on the ISP without a doubt. But without that spiritual vision, you will not get to the solutions you so-called want to give the so-called deities amongst the Melanites. I will not be deceived by you, and I will defend my rights just as I do against the leper supremacist. You have taught me what is being done and who is running this world. The very freedom of the people all over the world is being abused. And with your actions, you are doing the same. You are educating Melanites around the world and letting us know that knowledge is power. But at the same time, your actions, you are destroying the youth with your behavior. Instead of stimulating this black young man to educate himself, question everything as how you have taught your trainees. I will not let you just, like the leper supremacy, deceive and destroy my character. You are doing exactly the same. If you cannot see that, in my eyes, you are incompetent to even claiming to be the plenipotentiary. We need a spiritual and an intellectual renaissance, questioning the entire system, authority, etc. Knowledge is a base for power, but without a spiritual foundation to build on the knowledge, you will not get the job done. Then you turn around and accuse me and Shashong Eyatunre of siding with a stinking man. No, get your facts straight. We were addressing your behavior. It is a deplorable thing, even if you have a commercial contract, to post his picture publicly the way you did. Needless for me to mention the new privacy laws that could get you in trouble for doing what you did. I'm sure you are aware. You even make mention that because we dared address you, we must have a poor hygiene. First of all, you do not know me personally to make a statement like that. Now you have shown that your hygiene is questionable since you had this man near your premature newborn baby. Had your baby breathed that stinking air accumulated in your car, which you yourself claim to have taken him to the restaurant, and this young man was rocking the car chair your baby was in. What were you thinking having this stinking man sit next to your baby like that? For your information, that tells me the lack of notion of hygiene you have yourself. The most sacred thing for your daughter is the air she breathes. And you have exposed her to a stinking air in the car with this young man. So do not try to throw your actions on other people and blame them for poor hygiene notion or custom you lack yourself. The way you have lied on me, I truly doubt you have ever taken this young man to a restaurant. I question every single person you have bashed publicly on the internet the way you have done with me. When this young man comes forward and tells his side of his story, then I will question about your story. You are deceitful, liars, clones, and agents. You have shown your true colors to me, and I have the right to defend every single lie you have spread about me. I have nothing to hide. I will always walk in the light of the sun and in truth. That is why I have no problem putting my whole life online. Every single fact that has to do with my entire life is out in the public. And it has not been rebutted by any institution in the Netherlands. Your theory of me needing anger management is false and one you cannot prove. Especially not with the one incident that occurred with the meeting with the Dutch CPS. Truth is sovereign. Relief sought. Present facts and correct all the negative avertments in the public you made about me, as this is a public matter now. I had a private contract with you, and since you dishonored that contract, you will have to come out in the public and show and prove with truthful facts that what was shared about my character stand as truth beyond a doubt. If you have no facts nor proof to sustain your deceptive allegations, be a man about it and admit it. For each negative avertment you cannot provide any truthful facts, you owe me, first of all, an apology in the public, as you demand from everyone who discredit you in the public, and 500 euros for each negative avertment unrebutted. The statement made on the internet and in the group chats I have, which both of you made, you need to present proof and truthful facts for those as well. If not, you owe me 1,000 euros for each statement made. Words are swords, and you are spreading deceiving words. You deliberately are using these words just like the leper supremacy against me. I will not accept you spreading all these lies and feel you can get away with it, or think because you are telling your trainees to block me so they no longer can see my posts and or read my affidavits of facts sent to you. You feel and think I cannot inform them about the facts. This goes for both affidavits in part 1 and part 2, and I give you the links presented. As of now, you are not to mention my name in any form or capacity, nor spread lies about me nor anyone else ever again. Another remedy would be for you to humble yourselves. Treat people with respect and with a basis of love. Change. Albert Einstein said, the world is a very dangerous place, not because bad people do bad things, but because the rest of good people stand aside and do nothing. I will be damned if I stand aside and let your evil, deceitful, emotional-loaded actions prevail. I think for myself. I have taken my own sovereign standing, and I cannot let you continue doing this to anyone anymore. The black man you took the picture with was standing on his square. Did you see his hands? How do you know he wasn't sent to you by whomever or by the ancestors? All this that happened for a reason. You are your own liability. Like how Shamsu said, #who is next? And I will send you a commercial dishonor after this affidavit. You know the drill. And I will get it signed, and I'm sending it to you by registered mail. Now, I closed off like this because I thought that was the last video. Then you turn around, you go to YouTube, and then you create another video on me. Because you just cannot stop. You just cannot stop. And it's ridiculous. I mean, somebody calls you up to basically thank you, and you turn around and make a spectacle out of it. And basically, I don't even know where the video is at. But I'm going to see if I can find it. Let me try and find... There it is. Now this is another video of 38 minutes. I mean, come on. Come on.
Rawat.
Chief Nanya. It's been a while.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that I do my best to not be arrogant. I'm pretty sure I'm brighter than most of the people, both in the ISP that I was in and the darn UCC training. I'm just now wrapping my brain around the statutory declaration. I haven't even really peeked at the claim yet, but comprehending the declaration actually helps to comprehend the statutory claim. And I know I graduated the ISP, and I didn't get it. Like, and I'm not saying I haven't and told them, but I'm just like, wow, I was supposed to know this when I graduated the ISP. So, and I always come back, because, a lot of bullshit going on, and I keep my mouth, I laugh at shit that I find amusing to me, but I'm not saying things to people because I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. But I'm always like, hey man, I can't, I don't know what the deal is, man, but that man, he helped me over the pond. He helped me climb this ladder. I said, so what I look like turning around and peeing on the thing that helped me get across the water, or peeing on chopping off the rungs of the ladder that helped me. I'm like, y'all niggas is crazy, but y'all do you. I said, Nanya gave us some things that, man, like, and you used to say that, like, do you guys know what you have? I'm telling you, I don't quite know what I have, but I grasped it a lot better than all of the people I was in that ISP today, and I thank you.
So what's the reason for this? Because on Facebook you're saying you pity me when I was telling you to unfriend certain people, like Link and Anacaona, and then you said, oh Chief, you pity me, I put you out there too, said unfriend you, and so now now are you saying thank you?
Nah, check, I'm off social media, but check your history. I've always spoke well of you.
Yeah.
Well, not spoke, wrote, written. And if I say I pity you, I feel bad for you. Because I know some people try to, I knew specifically one person, and I'm not going to name them. They're out, but they did this process or started the process back in 2012. And sent me, I didn't really read it. They were telling me about Nanya back then. I'm like, I didn't know what. And you did what you had to do. And some people that used to call me, no problem. Hey, I say this, and I say it publicly and privately.
Okay, it's rendering. I'm sorry about that. .31-minute count. Let's see if this helps.
In my heart, I mean, no disrespect, Chief Nanya. Yo, do what you gotta do. And you did what you had to do. And some people that used to call me, no problem. Hey, I say this. And I say it publicly and privately. But, and then I'm wondering, like, hey, man, why do we still have common friends? Why didn't he delete these people that you're still friends with? So I'm like, you know what? That's none of my business. I'm not even getting into that. And they, people were calling me and happened to be dialing my phone number, and all of a sudden Nanya said, hey, stand at attention, and they snapped. All right, that's fine, man. I ain't no teacher, man. Chief Nanya is a teacher. And anybody asked me about that SF-181, I'm like, hey, man, go give them size. God, wow. Give them size address, man. Get
Great.
You know, whatever y'all thinking and not y'all, I don't know what goes on in your household, you know, the conversations, man. I don't know where the animosity from Star came from. I'm nobody's yes man or clone or nobody. So nobody's gonna tell me what to do. That's just who I am.
So somebody called you a clone on Facebook, but you still remain friends with them?
I needed to know the context, and that part I knew about the clone, but I didn't know the context. So no, I'm not making no snap decisions. That's not intelligent.
I accept that for value and consideration with full reservation of my indigenous rights and family.
And I get you, because I like you. We a lot alike, so I get you.
We're not a lot alike.
Okay?
We're not.
Wow.
Well, then, that's fine. How you say, I accept that for value and consideration and the rest of it. Yeah, we're a lot alike, more so than you think.
No, we're not, because first of all, we come out into the public, into this electronic, artificial mechanical uterus, and we state who we are. You have an indigenous appellation, and you said you won't use it publicly. You're using the dead.
I don't.
So therefore,
and I learned this from Chief Nanya and Shaabu L. Excuse me. Don't mix public and private. I learned that from Chief Nanya. Who are you?
I don't know about not mixing public and private. I said, what you do privately, you have to let the public know what is done privately, because private contracts take priority. Hold on. Private contracts take priority over public policy.
That's a sound statement. That's a sound statement.
So when you did your statutory declaration, you're saying what's on paper, I use that for commerce, but that is not me. Because the back of the Social Security card says it's property of who? Social Security Administration.
The name as of my statutory declaration, anyone else is going to hear this down the road, the name and the number vest in me.
Yes.
So I can use the name to my benefit, but I'm not mixing until I totally get what that statement means. I'm going to obey it how I comprehend it. And I don't mix public and private. I did it once. I messed up. I had to redo something. So that's all that is. Chief Nanya taught me something. I figured I comprehended what he meant, and I'm following that how I comprehended it.
Accepted for value and consideration.
You told us a lot, man. I don't know why people come. I don't know. But you told us a lot. And I'm just now kind of getting some of it.
Well, the thing is, remember, you saw the movie Get Out, right?
I think so.
Yeah, the Get Out, where the black guy was going to be hypnotized. I think you saw it. So I take that you didn't see it then.
No, that's the sunken place.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that movie. That's the movie. So you saw it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's when I realized, okay, why is it people they come this way, or it seems like they drift? I said, because their brain has been wired due to environment, hypnotism, magic against them, advertising, publishing, as well as frequencies being shot at people through their television sets, computers, and electronic devices if they don't have any, things like shungite, orgone, energy, or something to block those EMF signals. I said, okay, now it makes perfect sense. This is why, so as soon as you start, you got to be repetitive. You got to keep repeating. If the individual is not getting it, you got to keep repeating that. And if they try to
go into something else. And you're like, well, black has no standing at law, man, but that's wrong. They should be doing that to black people. Black has no standing at law. But that still ain't right. Black has no standing at law. But that's wrong. Black has no standing at law. But we's people, black has no standing at law. And then maybe after the 15th or 20th time,
oh my God.
Oh, black has no standing at law. So that's what I've been telling you.
I didn't fully comprehend, and probably still don't, what standing at law is. And so I just shudder to think of
Would you like to know?
I mean, if you'd like to.
I asked you first. I asked the question first. Would you like to know?
I'm disinterested.
Okay. I'll as you wish.
Accepted for value?
So,
not accepted for value. Wow.
So much appreciated. Thank you for the gratitude. And beautiful. All right.
I hope it was received well, because I sent it the best I could.
Hey, that's why I called you back.
Much appreciated.
Much appreciated. Happy you could do her. White power.
OTAP.
Now, this is just ridiculous how he has to bring up, you know, something into the equation that has absolutely nothing to do with what this person was meant to call him about. I mean, why would you even bring that matter up? And then you're making all these excuses up to basically, you know, fix the whole matter. Like, oh, probably, you know, some EMF, radiation, anything that could have happened to the other person. It could never happen to yourself. You cannot check yourself. Well, since you cannot check yourself, you know, you're going to continue to commit the same mistakes. And even though, because I'm a humble enough person to admit when an information is right and exact, the indigenous standing process is okay. The SF 181, the statutory declaration, and the statutory claim. Nothing wrong with it. But the way you conduct yourself, you go around and, you know, try to slander me and tell people how I need anger management. You need people management skill. My daughter of 22 years old told Sa this. And it's remarkable to me that she only had one dealing with you people. And she just said it just like that. She is so right. Guess I didn't do that bad of a job after all. She's only 22 years old. And you tried to get her money as well after I had just given you $3,000 for 2 years worth of training. You gave me one, you took me out, and then you go around in the training and tell the other trainees that they are basically paying for me being in the webinar. Now, you are wrong for that. But you know what? It's all good. I do not steal from people. I can walk up with my head up high because I know that when I gave you that money, when I sent you that money, I did it because I worked my ass off. I do not lie and deceive people to take away from them. You got a lot to learn. And that's how I'm going to end this video. You're going to be receiving this by email and by registered mail. So, you know, it's just sad that things had to go down this way, but you cannot continue blaming me. You did it all by yourself. I am just bringing a private contract, a private transaction that we had. You made a breach of contract with another numerous other things. But you will get to know that because I will send that to you, and I will also publish it in public, just like how I'm doing now, because this is just unacceptable. It is unacceptable. 3 videos, a post. You even go around in all the chats, groups. I mean, what is it? What is it? You want to twist my word around? No, you just wanted to take my money and treat me and backstab me and think that I'm a fool to backstab Shashong Atun Ray. Hell no. Hell no. When I see people who are truthful, who are humble, who are pure, who are truthful, there's no way I'm backstabbing them. No. That's the end of it. So, scam, 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 scam. Have a good life, because you're going to need it. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.